champions of 2021 are Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne! Good one! The winners and still the champions of the land, Manchester City.
Keeps on going and hits it. What a sensational goal! Manchester City, the kings of English football again.
I think most of us in the football world, the neutrals, we're thinking, are Manchester City completely unbeatable?
Teams had managed to do 3 in a row. Huddersfield Town back in the 20s had done it, Arsenal back in the 30s, Liverpool in the 80s, and then of course City's biggest rivals, Manchester United, had recently won 3 on the spin. But there's a reason that nobody had managed to win 4 in a row, because it's virtually impossible.
I think a lot of us were thinking, surely there comes a point where you just can't keep churning out great performance after great performance.
There's only one thing that is more difficult than winning. It's winning again. You have to be at the top of your game constantly during the season.
And that level is that, my friends. That's why no one did 4 Premier Leagues in a row. That's the reason why. It's so difficult.
You know, we have to always sometimes pause and contextualize. In over 100 years of English football, never any team was able to achieve 4 championships in a row. So once that sinks in, you start really appreciating the magnitude, the difficulty, the challenge, the tenacity required.
My instinct was that the most likely successor would be Arsenal.
This feels like a different Arsenal side with a different mentality and that belief that actually this is our season.
They've added strength to them, they've added quality. They look ready for the challenge.
The only team really that's proven that they can run them really close is Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool.
I just think Liverpool have got a manager who's been there, done it before. There has to be a massive improvement.
You always know that going toe-to-toe with them will be a battle.
They're all within their rights to believe they can do this.
They must be looking and going, this is as good a chance as we've had for a number of years.
These games are difficult. Always have been and always will be. We're going to do it together here, positive, positive, positive. All of you control your thoughts, and your thoughts are smile and positive, and win the game, and win the game. Right, let's go!
Welcome back. I've already been here 2 hours. Where have you been? You're late.
There he is.
All right.
Come on, give me a hug, mate.
How are you, my friend? How are you? Tell you what, I'm loving the Barnet, you know.
Like to hear?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
I said whoever scored the winning goal in the Champions League final, decorated bed.
Oh my God.
Rodri!
I love it.
Rodri!
Se reclaman manos, viene Rodri! Coming on time now to shoot!
History has an ending, and what a final!
They have done it. They've done the treble. They've won the Champions League finally.
I think when you do something like they did with the treble, there's going to be a subconscious drop-off. An element of sort of hangover is going to exist. It's human nature.
For City, having achieved absolutely everything that anyone could dream of as a player, you think, how do you go again?
You have to see the reaction to something that is absolutely exceptional, that is the winter travel. What we could see is that there was still that hunger.
So after travel, you don't know, even myself, how we will react, how we will be.
I think probably one of the great strengths of Pep Guardiola is his drive and his energy and his ability to motivate the players season after season. Now, you'd think, well, they're playing football, they want to play football, and they're competitive. Yes, we are. But if you drop even 1%, then you're in trouble.
In psychology, we talk about different types of motivation. So you have this kind of pure extrinsic motivation, like I do things because I want to win prizes, etc., etc. And then you have a pure intrinsic motivation, which is I do it because I love the game. And although the prizes, the treble last year was a fantastic achievement, the essence of why they play the game doesn't shift.
I think you look at all the great teams that have played in the Premier League over the number of years, they've never gone and done 4 in a row. That had to give us the fuel and the fire to do something that no one has ever done.
So the transfer window in England is really an opportunity for clubs to strengthen, to better what they had from the season before.
Over the years, we've learned that in order to keep the team hungry and the team sharp, we need to make changes.
Let's talk about Manchester City.
I actually think they've done good business, and I think we've got to trust in Pep Guardiola.
They have a player that ticks all of the boxes that they need.
How does any team go about taking that title away from them?
We have to be very selective. I think we have the best coach in the world in Pep, and we have the best football director in the world with Chiqui.
So the transfer window, if I have to remember, it was a bit awful, at least for me, because after the winter travel, everyone was confused. The ones that they were protagonists on those trophies, they were thinking that they should get more or new contracts and taking the opportunity. And the other ones that they were not playing finals, they were really, pissed off. And they were trying to get out from the club.
For Manchester City, this window was really interesting in terms of incomings and outgoings, and there were certainly a few surprises.
I think most in the game thought that perhaps Manchester City had given away a bit of ground in the transfer window because we saw a couple of big-name players go out. Gundogan obviously went to Barcelona and Mahrez went to Saudi. That's a lot of goals and a lot of assists going out of your team. And of course Cole Palmer as well, who turned out to be a fantastic signing. That may be a little mistake from Manchester City there. But one thing I've noticed about Pep is doesn't seem to ever bother him or worry about players leaving. If they want to go, if it's their time, off you go. I'll get someone else in.
We have to do things. We have to refresh the squad. We have to move the squad. We have to give also to the manager new tools.
Not easy, this one. No, not easy. It's not easy to find a player. Just control. Good.
Yeah, what's a good score, yeah?
50 is very good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 52. Ooh. Very, very good. We have a speedster.
Mateo was coming a lot of experience and some profile that we didn't have. Is that midfielder that driving the ball, he break lines. I love these pictures. I love it.
It's a nice and close, guys. Really.
They just love to speak about football, how they want me to play, what kind of position they see me and what I can bring to the team.
Where's my friend Mateo? Kovacic.
Significant signing this, much sought after, a lot of clubs wanted him.
I think we all thought that Gvardiol was a good signing. We'd seen him in the World Cup, where he was incredibly impressive. We all thought he was going to be a central defender, but you never know what Pep's going to do with players. Pep sees things in a different way to a lot of people.
It's much easier when I have these players around me. I have everything here, what I need to become a better player, to become a better person.
Manchester City have confirmed the signing of Matheus Nunes.
I think with the new ones, they settle and they realize how we behave, what are our standards, and what do you have to do to defend it. You cannot imagine how it helps to be the team is stable.
The players, they don't want to leave. They are in the top of the world, and what a better place to win trophies.
We've got some breaking news to bring you. Sky Germany are reporting that Bayern Munich are interested in Manchester City's Kyle Walker.
So it was an interesting time because Gundogan had left the club, Mahrez had left the club, but then the rumours started to surface about Kyle Walker going to Bayern Munich potentially.
Well, I think I've been very open that, you know, I kind of thought that maybe I wasn't going to play as enough football as what I wanted to do. I had an offer there that was 2 years. I want to play football at the highest level as possible, and I've been having a conversation, you know, with Cheeky, with Pep. It made sense.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving! The show goes on. This is my home.
You know, this is the best probably footballing team in the world right now at the minute, with the manager that we've got, with the players that we've got.
Ronaldo, Rodri, get to reception. Kevin, please equal to reception. Thank you.
To be voted club captain when Gundo left, it was, you know, it was very special, but I made it quite clear to, you know, the five of us, the four that was, you know, Kevin, Ruben, Rodri and Bernardo, that, you know, it's not just my voice that you're going to hear. I want it to be a collective thing where we're all in it together and we all make decisions together.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, one comes, both come.
It's good actually, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Cool.
Top. Top.
Thank you.
In the beginning, we spoke, we cannot, you know, height of the mountain, we cannot climb it immediately. So in the first round, we're talking about, okay, trying to get points at the beginning. In the first games, you don't win the Premier Leagues, but you can lose it.
So here we go again, a trip to Burnley, match day 1 of 38 fixtures that lie ahead for Manchester City in the 23-24 Premier League season. Pep Guardiola's team have been champions for the last 3 campaigns, and if they finish top again, they'll make English football history by becoming the only team to win 4 titles in a row.
I am more clear than ever, guys, after what happened these years together, all together. The challenge is ourselves.
And it's headed back across to Haaland, who's already made his mark. He started his 2nd Premier League season as he started his 1st.
Celebrate every single victory you do. It's not like a routine, oh, another game. We want to travel, another game. Will be a mistake because it's so difficult. To do something, like I ordered to put it, the 3 pictures for the 3 Premier Leagues, you know, we'll go to the boots before they go training session. And the center, the whole team, have won 4 Premier Leagues consecutive in a row. Yet.
Every day they have to go out and get the pain or the rain or the bad weather or whatever. They could see that there is something big waiting for them.
All of us were aware that, well, maybe in our careers we will not be again here. So that's why they want to try to do it.
Foden, in behind Burn, Julian Alvarez, side to goal, and that's all he needs! It's been 7 years since the champions have won each of their first 3 league games of the season. Here's Walker. Pull back for Foden, got away from him, and not from Rodri! And what a bullet of a finish! And Manchester City showing again why they are constant champions. The last time that City began a Premier League season with 4 wins was back in Pep Guardiola's first campaign in charge.
Rodri again, through the gap to Alvarez. Haaland's onto that! You know the rest! Sergio Gomez, Haaland! Another hat-trick! The best team on the planet are on the march again! And as the second half gets underway, Manchester City on the hunt to get themselves a level in a game they find themselves behind. Alvarez to Doku. Had a bright first half at times, and here he goes! Oh, it's a moment of quality for this new talent in the Premier League.
Not bad.
His first goal for Manchester City, and what a first goal!
Flash is the flash.
Fast, explosive.
Absolutely electric.
I was happy that I could show the real Jeremy in that game.
The champions pass another challenge with their customary quality. Jeremy Doku's brilliant equaliser allowed Manchester City the platform to turn this game around, and that's exactly what they did.
I'm better in football, that's for sure.
This guy was shy, but today he was shy, man. I mean, against Fulham he was shy, but today he was shy. Guys, every time he has the ball, go to the box.
Nice.
So although things were going really well, Manchester City were top of the table. When the news broke about Kevin De Bruyne's injury and the fact that we were learning he'd be out for months, at the time, the pundits and everyone in the media were discussing, is this now the moment where things could change?
Basically, I'm a 32-year-old football player who's been playing 15 years, almost 700 games. Sometimes goes too hard. And now basically my hamstring was a wet paper towel. That's what they called it after surgery.
As a professional player, you will get injured sometime. That is a fact.
Pongo la cabeza, todavía. La nariz aquí, no te preocupaba aquí.
Fue de irme y salir por el medio. O sea, hacia la barrera y me salía. Y Erling no tenía cómo llegar al balón. Pero el problema es que cuando estoy pasando, Erling me toca y ahí me pierdo el control. Y Rodri después diciendo: Rubén, que hemos ganado 4 Champions.
You was a contender for man of the match before you nearly died.
The key thing you have to remember in this is that every injury is unique. So every time we get an injury, it's a new problem that we have to solve. There are many people who need to come together to get the player back where he can compete at the highest level again.
Okay, let's get flying through these. Obviously Eddie, so obviously as everyone saw, he had that contact to his left shoulder.
You'll never have seen a dead leg like this in your life.
I've never ever felt pain like it. The bleed can be like 6, 7, 8 centimetres, which would be a bad one. My mine was 20 centimetres, so it was literally like the whole of my quad, really.
We can go to the doctors to ask them about Jack.
Yeah, actually, let's do that. Huh?
Did you check Jack Grealish?
The injury.
The injury?
He was not feeling comfortable.
So what are we talking about, 2 weeks?
Yeah,
2 weeks, yeah.
So
After the break. Yeah, after the break.
Come on, big guy.
There are two very important things. First, that you do not disconnect. So we had injured players going to the games, going to the dressing room. And second, that you have the patience, the perspective to know that you'll go through some pain, you'll be watching the game from the sidelines and it will be painful, but you will get back.
In this documentary, what is Kevin doing? Oh, he's moving his toe left and right.
You always get back. For that, you need mental strength. And I think all professional players at the top of the game have this mental strength.
I mean, you are expecting maybe some, I don't know, injuries on players or whatever. But Pep was really suffering a lot. The pain in his back, it was terrible.
They might be top of the table, but Manchester City not only have to contend with injuries to some key players at the moment. This week, manager Pep Guardiola underwent surgery on his back, meaning assistant manager Juan Mateo will take charge today.
I would like to be there, but you are not able because you are not fine. I sustained it for a long time, but at the end I have a moment that I could not stay up and I could not stay, in the conditions to do it.
And it's not only about the manager of Man City or whatever, we were worried about him.
I would imagine stepping into the shoes of Pep Guardiola is quite difficult. And for Juanma to do that, you need to be a big personality in yourself. And the players need to respect you.
Everybody in the team has a role, a function, and becomes very important at some point during the season. In the case of Juanma, that was the moment where he was most needed, and he stepped up.
Hey amigos, hay días como estos, donde tú no estás bien.
But you have days like this, you don't feel right.
No mires al de al lado. Todos sabéis que este no está haciendo bien, no. Mírate aquí un poco. A ver, cabeza así, brazos así. ¡Eh! ¡No! Esto es fútbol, ¿eh? El mal día nos tiene que juntar más, no separarnos más.
Juanma is a big talent. Only problem is he doesn't speak English. It's a big problem for all of us.
For the team, he's been an incredible figure. He doesn't need the language to communicate.
De momento los 3 puntos están aquí, ¿eh? Marcados, nos marcan. Ya sabemos. Ah, y el Sheffield sí, nosotros sí podemos meter al Sheffield al minuto, ¿no? ¿No estáis bien? Buscaros más, acercaros, juntaros, pase. Cogeréis sensaciones, iréis todos juntos y entraremos felices aquí.
Looking for Nunes! Heading over to Mateo Nunes, who looks to leave it for Holland! Had a perfect start to their Premier League campaign. 5 wins from 5, and they are on for a 6th consecutive victory. And there is a little bit of frustration boiling over there between Gibbs White and Rodri.
It's absolutely madness from Rodri, the reaction.
It's one of these days that sometimes happen in football that you don't do the things right.
An incident that you wouldn't expect from Rodri. It put them in a really difficult situation.
You're always looking to see what games do they miss. And then you see that 3rd game is Arsenal, and it's panic stations a bit.
Learn the lesson, Rodri. We're captain and our responsibility. Learn the lesson. You can only drop the team with 10 minutes. We are lost in 3 games. Put that for the next 2 games. Rodri, you want to say something or not?
No, thank you for the effort. I think it was an aggression. It was a big mistake for me that moment. After he kicked me 4 times, I reacted Sorry for that, guys, but so the second half were unbelievable.
In this kind of moments, you don't think much on yourself, you think on how the situation on the team. You make your teammates run, and it wasn't necessary to do it.
If somebody tells you things might get wrong, it's lying. Things will get wrong. The important thing is how do you react when that happens.
To miss Rodri going to Molineux was always going to be, you know, an even tougher game. You can go there and sometimes they can catch you by surprise.
The treble winners, the league leaders, are beaten.
Someone had to say something? No?
I suppose the question now for Manchester City is, are they running out of a little bit of steam?
What? They were starting like a house on fire. It's the start of the season, Chris. I don't think you can say they're running out of steam.
This is trouble at night.
I think that period of 3 games that Rodri missed, it felt like it might be a pivotal moment in the season because they lost against Wolves. Then they went out the Carabao Cup as well. And then, of course, they faced Arsenal.
This feels like the biggest game of the Premier League season so far. Manchester City were too good for their rivals last season, but have Arsenal been able to bridge the gap?
These are the ones we like, boys. These are the ones you like.
The pride, the desire, the commitment that you played last season, that was the reason why we won. Don't forget when you go what? We are the champion. We defend the crown.
Brilliant noise from both sets of supporters. Well, let's see if the players can add to the spectacle.
Pushed it forward towards Tomiyasu and Kai Havertz and Martinelli! At last, Arsenal have cracked the City code!
It is 3 domestic defeats in a row for Manchester City.
We'd never seen a Pep team lose 3 in a row. That couldn't happen, could it? And then it did. And then you sort of thought, is this Arsenal's moment?
The thinking was, are City starting to show signs of vulnerability?
It's unbelievable how we are still able to extend this run of years to win, but we're going to lose games. You don't know exactly what is going to happen, in which month it's going to happen. I don't know.
City have won their last 3 visits to Stamford Bridge. A continuation of that recent run would certainly be a strong statement ahead of their next 3 Premier League games.
Sterling here for Orlando Royal! He's gone over! Oh, what's he City's boy! It's Chelsea's man!
Like I said outside, lads, enjoy defending. Enjoy defending. We don't see 4 goals and then come here against ball to see the same.
Alexander-Arnold has pinned one in for Liverpool!
Look, it's happened here today with the 1-1. Definitely a better result for Liverpool. City were flat.
Johnson. Kovacic! Oh! 3 each in the 90th minute. City threat to go the other way with Haaland. Played early for Grealish.
Oh no.
And the referee has stopped it.
Oh no.
Obviously, I think the referee's made a mistake.
Why don't we just wait 10 seconds? Close right through. Oh, almost through on goal.
We don't keep going. We're at home and we're scared.
And that level is that, my friends. That's why no one did 4 Premier Leagues in a row. That's the reason why. It's so difficult. Let's take responsibility, my friends.
All of a sudden, I think, for the first time, maybe under Pep, there was a consistent lack of wins.
City allowed the game to drift. They didn't seem serious enough about the danger that existed in the game. And what that amounts to, without a shadow of a doubt, is a complacency.
Do you ever sense complacency in our players? No.
No. I'm there. They will not play. They know it. So it doesn't matter the name, and they don't do what they have to do. They will participate less than normal.
Well, 3 late goals from Spurs, Chelsea and Liverpool in the last 3 matches cost them 6 points. They begin the evening 6 points behind leaders Arsenal.
Bailey deflected. Ronaldo has the goal. Really, they do deserve.
2 shots for Manchester City, the fewest that a Pep Guardiola team has ever managed in 535 league games he's taken charge of.
City have lost a little bit of that intensity and that drive.
I think when teams are playing against Man City, they've lost that air of invincibility.
It's just been absolutely ages since I'd seen a City team so dominated.
The performances just weren't there. They weren't 90-minute performances that you would expect from a Guardiola team.
The question is kind of, how do you get City out of this slump?
Many around the Etihad thought that at this stage things would be quite comfortable, but not so.
Oh, it's a penalty!
It was Manchester City's game, but Crystal Palace have reeled them in. Elise scores! The Etihad shell-shocked. The points seemed in the bag for the hosts.
With the 80-yard box, you don't touch the opponent. You don't touch the opponent in 6 minutes. It's unacceptable. Phil Foden, unacceptable.
I'm not really proud sometimes, most of the times. Right after the game when I'm angry, for my emotions, I do it to the players. I'm a human being, I'm making mistakes, and I don't like that. I don't like it. In that moment with 2-0 down, with an unnecessary penalty, sometimes I cannot control myself neither.
You are the boys, guys! You are the teenagers! I say something when they throw points and it's Tottenham and Liverpool. I say something, tell me. I blame you! I say something! Have to use here, guys! He has to use it! Now these hours to play the World Cup!
Teams were scoring late goals, crucial goals against Manchester City. You know, Chelsea made it 4-4 right near the end. Kulusevski equalised in the game late. Trent Alexander-Arnold scored in the 80-something minute against them, and it all cost them. I actually thought at that stage of the season they were in trouble in terms of winning the title.
So just hours after dropping those crucial points in the Premier League to Crystal Palace, they're to get on a plane and go to Saudi Arabia to compete in the FIFA Club World Cup.
Well, was going to obviously do something that this club has never done before and win the Club World Cup. So we had to forget about that and forget about it quickly.
Normally you'd go, this is a chance for Liverpool and Arsenal to put daylight between them and Manchester City, and this has come at the wrong time. But I actually think it was a respite from the relentlessness of the Premier League.
It felt like the Premier League was miles away and they weren't sort of worrying about it. They had a competition to win. It just took them away from the bubble of English football.
This competition, as a club, we never won, and we want to do it. We're a bit frustrated with what's been happening. There's no time to feel sad because of our last game. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel tired, all of us. We feel tired for some games, it's normal. But that's the price that you pay for being in a top club, for fighting for all competitions. And at the end, our dream was to play at this level. So, me personally, I'm not gonna complain about it.
They knew that playing 2 games, they had a chance to win a trophy that never the club had, and even the players. Everything is perfect, getting out from the cold winter from Manchester and going there. And when we play for something, this team, they show what they are.
Manu, in.
Guys, we need rivals, please.
I don't play friendly, but not only because of me, because the guys are facing are the same. All the guys that are here, we've been mentality winners or competitors from when we were kids, so we don't accept friendly games, you know.
Doku! Well done, Manu, you did great.
Pep would talk about breaking the season down almost into more manageable sized resets. And we know that breaking new ground, achieving new things is something that's going to inspire people.
History beckons once again for City's all-conquering class of 2023. Ake decides to have a shot. It's against the post and it's chested into the net by Alvarez. City are in front in 44 seconds.
Love it.
Don't relax. It's only done when it's done, eh?
He's Alvarez. Had a little. It's a great cross. Phil Foden runs it in and runs away to celebrate. Alvarez. Wonderful.
They are the best team in the land and all the world. What a year. What a team.
The Club World Cup was a magical moment. Celebrating. We felt we achieved something great.
We showed the world that we were the champions of everything, and this is something remarkable.
Being able to compete with teams from all over the world outside Europe, and then winning that trophy and now having that badge is absolutely fantastic. I'm so proud of it.
That just shows that we are the best in the world. We're the best team in the world.
We've always knew it, now it's just official.
We are the best in the world, and it was a tremendous, tremendous feat.
I think that moment was a pivotal moment in the season.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Can I get your order?
Yes. Nachos and ravioli, please.
You want all of them at the same time?
Yes.
You get to separate because the...
No. Bring it in. I'm starving, I am.
City! The best team in the land and all the world. Number one, I even got the number.
No, you just put the size now.
Go! Done with you.
All of a sudden, that poor momentum has gone and you've got a positive momentum because you're going back to the Premier League with another trophy.
City winning their 5th trophy of that calendar year was a great achievement. But when they returned home, they were 5th in the Premier League table. So they had a bit of a mountain to climb, really.
Back to reality, my friends. When you have doubts, take a look here. When you have a doubt, take a look here, guys. What does it mean?
Rodri under pressure. Comes to McNeil.
we're going to go outside in 45 minutes. And there's one thing I want to ask you. You have to believe it. The faces you have right now, you don't believe anything, guys. You have to believe it.
Not just words. We have to show on the pitch, everyone. Vamos.
Foden now. Clean as you like. Pickford. And Foden. And then it's Ake. Appealing for handball there. Vehemently appealing for handball. And now the referee points to the spot.
We knew that we had to return to it full steam ahead and, you know, try and get a run of games going and very quickly.
And he has sealed it for Manchester City. And their message is clear. We're coming for you all again.
Don't forget the reason why we achieved this result. Don't forget the reason why we achieved it. Game by game, you are done. And you have to do it.
Here's Rodri, who's driving forward, still going Rodri! Just like that, Manchester City have the lead. Well, there are huge cheers ringing around the Etihad at the moment because they've seen Kevin De Bruyne warm up. Well, that's what it means to these Manchester City fans to see him back.
When he warmed up and didn't come on, there was all of a sudden that kind of feeling of positivity right around the ground at the Etihad.
We're getting this.
He's been such a talisman. He's so talented, so good. You could sense every support was like, De Bruyne's back.
The storm always passes, guys.
First of all, I have to say that for me this game was the most important game in the season.
And Isak is in with Walker to beat still. And Isak, it's a beauty.
Once they get wind behind the sails, it's a really tough place to play football there.
Anthony Gordon! Lightning strikes again. And Newcastle, thrillingly, have turned this game on its head.
I think you looked around at the faces and you kind of think, oh, here we go again.
When Manchester City were losing at Newcastle, they will never admit it, the other teams in the title race. They never do. But Arsenal and Liverpool will be thinking, God, got a chance here. If they lose this one, they're really in trouble in this title race.
Still no joy for City.
Every player of both of those sides would have been desperate for Newcastle to hang on to that one-goal lead.
De Bruyne has been called back from warming up. He's going to be coming on shortly.
I came in the game and it went so quickly. I felt like I was only on the pitch for a couple of minutes.
So the return to the Premier League stage of one of its finest entertainers. De Bruyne takes aim and marks his return to the Premier League stage, draws his side back on terms and shows Guardiola and co precisely what they've been missing.
De Bruyne's performance, dear me.
I mean, it was just an inspired Kevin De Bruyne.
I just wanted to try and make a difference, and it couldn't be a better way to come back into the Premier League.
De Bruyne, what a ball towards Bob, and Oscar Bob tucks it in for what may prove to be the decisive goal. But what about the setup from Kevin De Bruyne? It's the hallmark of champions. Stoppage time, deep midwinter, difficult away game. Have trailed for a while, but are likely to end with their noses in front.
When you get that type of player that you've been missing, I was saying to Ruben, listen, we just get in touching distance for when Kevin's back. We know we've got it.
Your legacy, guys, your legacy will be this. The titles, of course, the titles are numbers. But the legacy, guys, the legacy, when you make a stand for the history, is the way you play it. Grab in your heart, guys, in the difficulties, we can do it. We can do it.
A moment like that, turning that game round on its head, I think it transformed the whole feeling at the football club and made them believe again.
So City were back on track. They were looking really strong, but Arsenal and Liverpool were holding strong at the top of the table. So at that point, it really did feel like we were in for a huge three-way title race.
Yet more twists and turns. Does this title race really feel like it could be a classic?
We've said it all along, Manchester City just have that know-how.
You can't write off Arsenal because they've been fantastic since the turn of the year. I just think Liverpool at the moment, for me, I just think they're the ones. I do think some of these top teams will drop points.
I think you could look at each team, Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and raise a good argument for why they'd win it.
My head says City, but I think Liverpool will win it.
You went Arsenal, I've gone City. I'm going to stick with City.
It changes very quickly. It's just every week, it's relentless.
Pep saying here, we do love the pressure, and this is the stage where we come alive.
Do you know what's in the mind of Liverpool mind? If we win 8 points. Do you know what happened in Arsenal mind? If we lose the game, it's over.
The more of a challenge they have, the more they rise to the occasion.
What a hat-trick! What a player!
Arsenal are going to sort of be in the situation that Liverpool have been in, where in any normal era would have seen them be champions comfortably.
We have to do it again and again and again. I want to be top of the league. Yeah? It's a really, really good game. Really good.
We all could disagree where he was going to be. It's going to go right to the wire.
3 months to the end of the season, we have survived after to win a treble and what it means to manage that. I think we have survived some difficult situations of the injuries of Kevin, last minutes of Jack Grealish, and of course the 2 months that Erling Haaland didn't play.
The only way to win and to win again is to be relentless. Everybody at the club, from the chairman and the board to everybody that works in the club, thinking ahead and asking, what else? What more can we do? What can we do better?
Julian and Phil, they've solved the problem, and we can say now that we are back on track, and we are where we have to be. So fighting for the 3 trophies.
Morning.
How are you?
Lovely Manchester morning, huh?
Me and you, Juanma. Danny has to carry Abdullah. Matt, you carry Kareem. Juanma carries me. When was the last time you played?
It's social, it's fun, it's competitive. I love it. Derby weekend, big game. Their focus is completely on the game. All our focus is on the game, but to, switch off, spend some quality time, have fun, competitive game, as you see. It's a lot of fun.
You know how much is at stake, the bragging rights and all that kind of thing. But I think the most important thing for City is getting the points. And for me, the most important thing is just actually getting that 4 in a row.
Arsenal away at Sheffield United, that looks straightforward. Liverpool go to Forest, not as straightforward, but still should win it. So then the pressure is on City, but really, this also seems like quite a straightforward game.
What are you worried about today?
I don't know. I'm tired.
Something you're not feeling today.
Yeah.
Something not here.
Yeah.
The noise in the media was that this was an easy game for City. How do you cut through all of that noise?
You cannot change it, but in the same times, they are not changing, my opinion, neither. And after make the players realize through the images, through my words, through the respect and tradition from United had. On the other hand, I understand what we have done in the last 6 years. When the people is going to say City's favorite, I would say, yeah, what can I say? So we have done what we have done. It's normal that people talk about that.
This is Derby Day in Manchester. City against United. Local rivalry on a global scale.
BBC Radio Manchester.
Derby Day will never not be special.
When it's Derby Day, it's Derby Day.
At Old Trafford in October, Manchester City came away as very comfortable 3-0 winners.
I've spent a long time in the doldrums of Alex Ferguson and losing.
It's where you look forward to in the league. We've taken off stick off them for so long. It's now our time to give them the stick.
All you want is to be able to say that, yeah, you know what, we are the pride of Manchester, and it does mean the world to every single blue.
Manchester City arrive at the second derby of the season in ominous form.
Go out and beat these, and we roll on the next game. It's a massive game for us, for the fans, for everything.
Game feast from Bruno Fernandes in the tunnel.
Really looking forward to this one today, Connor. Love these derby matches. Everybody around the world tuning into this one right now will be seriously revved up for it.
Bruno Fernandes. Set it for Rashford. Oh, he has ripped it in. Marcus Rashford with force. Good ball from Doku to Rodri. Allowed to turn. Foden. Haaland! Oh, how did that happen? Oh. Astonishing.
Come on, guys. Come on, energy. Come on.
Focus.
Good chance here.
We're having a.
I think. I know you're incredibly strong. Forget about it, what happened, and next one. It's the same like you feel. You start incredible, miss a chance, and after you are crazy. Calm, my friends, calm. You are so anxious. You have time, guys. Have time for you to stop it, to put it, and shoot.
Not just the local bragging rights of the derby, but the wider context of the title race. Quite simply, an enormous 45 minutes to come. City trying to stretch the game. Rodri. Foden! Blistering hit from Phil Foden! On his 100th Premier League start, Phil Foden has scored a priceless goal for City.
He can do whatever he wants. He has a natural talent, a gift that is special.
Pep Guardiola hoping that the tide is now turning in the derby. Alvarez and Foden. Seizes the day! Seizes the derby day! Come on! Oh, Rodri has got it off Amrabat. Erling Haaland! The derby is done and dusted now! Manchester City come from 1-0 down to make it 3-1 in their favour.
Phil Foden, to say he was a boyhood blue, I think he is the greatest asset to Manchester City that we have.
Our Phil. They call it our Phil, you know, because he's here from Manchester and he's a Manx.
I mean, we call him the Stockport Iniesta. His talent is immense, it's fantastic.
In the absence of Kevin De Bruyne, he stepped up with the goals and the assists. I think he's had his best season in a Sky Blue shirt by far.
No, you should have saved it.
I was in my usual position, which is just at the start of a tunnel. The players were coming off the pitch and the backroom staff, and everyone always high-fives and says congratulations. The backroom staff were giving me a bit more of a hug than normal, so I began to think that they knew the news I'd been given.
I want to dedicate this incredible picture, guys. I'm so proud of you. In the COVID time, you remember COVID time? It was 24 hours every single day during month and month and month. Take care of us.
Clive, I don't forget in the COVID time, when my mom passed away, so the only person who was 24/7, it was him. Clive all the time was there. Life gave him a huge punch.
Just what guys are saying, I got diagnosed with cancer just between Christmas and New Year, so I've got it in 3 places. I'm undergoing some treatment. We'll see where it goes. Yeah, really appreciate the support and everything you've done for us, and I'll keep fighting and keep working every day, because coming to work, seeing you guys is fantastic. So thanks for everything. I aim to be around a little bit longer. Love you all.
Well, you have to go back a decade for when a title race was this tight between 3 teams.
Liverpool have got momentum and energy and the Klopp factor. Arsenal at this moment are the best performing team, and City have got the most experience. They've all 3 got something, but this is where we're going to find out about all 3 of them.
Now, that month was such a crucial month, and in the media we were all so excited about it, because we felt that this could define which way the title was going to go, because everyone was playing everyone in terms of those that were challenging for the title.
Get your match game programme. Welcome to Anfield. Liverpool against Manchester City. Jurgen Klopp against Pep Guardiola, potentially for the final time in the Premier League.
It is a game that could shape the course of the Premier League title race. It's a clever ball installed at the front post, and it's a rehearsed corner kick move that pays huge dividends for Manchester City. John Stones has cut Liverpool cold.
The most important thing in the second half, that is the most difficult thing, we have to play and keep the ball. In this stadium, defenders are 1-0, just defending and just lose the ball, impossible.
I have to say that the game against Liverpool was another of the big moments of this season.
That was a rather subtle pass, and Michael Oliver points to the spot. McAllister makes no mistake, and Liverpool are back level.
Having equalised, I think Pep knows that there might be a storm coming.
We couldn't find our game with the way we play, and we struggled a little bit, and that moment in our minds was like, we cannot lose this game. If we don't win it, it's okay, but we cannot lose it.
And that will be it. The referee blows the whistle. It's a point apiece. Arsenal stay top. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1.
I think any draw at Anfield you'd take. I mean, that is a tough place to go and play.
It really was a heavyweight clash at Anfield, and that solitary point meant that the title race was still finally in the balance ahead of Arsenal's big trip to the Etihad.
Manchester City are seeking an unprecedented 4th title in a row. They must give this everything.
Now or never. Rodri driving, Raya claiming. They'll have to settle for that. Liverpool will certainly settle for that.
It is back-to-back Premier League draws for Manchester City against their title rivals. The Etihad must wait to see who is going to take a big leap in this title race.
We all thought it was going to be this thrilling end-to-end football match, and it was anything but.
It ended up being a little bit disappointing, but I guess there was just so much at stake, and it meant that the title race just dragged on a little bit longer.
But just one thing, guys. No, I don't want to see you sad. There's no reason. I know you're competitors, you want to win. I know that. Guys, second. So, yeah? Ali? Right? Yes or no?
This is the end of March, and it felt like City were weaker. And I think they finished the day in 3rd. And at that point, it looked like it was going to be tough for City to win the league again.
A mouth-watering week of European action, and Manchester City's Champions League title defence continues against the 14-time winners Real Madrid.
Yeah, nice little mental break, isn't it, from all the pressures of a really, really tight 3-horse Premier League title, and another huge test for Pep Guardiola's side.
I think Manchester City Real Madrid nowadays is just one of the great fixtures.
Let's go, super here, today's game.
Come on, City! Come on, City!
In our favour today, we've got the crowd, we've got everyone behind them, and I'm sure they'll absolutely feed off that.
It's the Champions League holders against the competition's most successful side. It is tonight a winner-takes-all confrontation.
The whole 90 minutes, we're staying in the game.
I think City have dominated the ball, totally dominant, for probably the last 70 minutes of the game.
And City will go into a penalty shootout. They've never before been in a penalty shootout in the Champions League.
If Rudiger scores, Manchester City are out.
There might be cases where we won, but we made mistakes that we don't correct because the joy of winning kind of covers everything. When you lose, it's really painful. And you go over and over thinking about the game. And from that experience, you learn. It's painful, but you learn.
They are sad, they will remain for days, maybe weeks. But in football, you know exactly you are going to lose games. And you have to decide the way you're going to lose games.
These 7, 8 years, never was so much proud that you have them today. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
The it's painful. You have to live with that pain.
So another convincing win for Manchester City as they move back to the top of the Premier League table. They have the momentum in the title race and have been there and done it in previous years. Both Liverpool and Arsenal play tomorrow, knowing that at this stage of the season, they can ill afford any slip-ups.
But there's a real twist over a weekend. City win, and then on the Sunday...
It's been an extraordinary day for the title race, with both Liverpool and Arsenal ending up on the losing sides. And now, with 6 games left to go, Manchester City have a 2-point lead at the top of the Premier League table.
You had 2 games happening within hours of each other that fundamentally changed the title race in a way that absolutely nobody saw coming.
And that moment in our minds was like, we're here again. I don't know if we're going to win it, but we're here again to fight.
Then you thought, here we go again. It's now in City's hands.
Well done, walk it back. Do the yellows. Last one of these.
Man City thrive in this environment now. I think they'll be looking at it now going, this is where we go another gear.
Both Arsenal and Liverpool know that Manchester City at this stage of the season are capable of winning every single game.
Once that they are there and the machine start working, no one can stop.
I think what defined this group of players, the guys who last season, but the previous ones that did it, they do the best when they are on their limit.
And now to the current group, who are in the same business of making history.
Just 3 weeks until the final ball is kicked when fates will be sealed. Champions crowned. Pulled back by Walker, De Bruyne is here! It's mowed down and it's deflected in, and Manchester City tighten their grip.
Remember Nottingham Forest, we played not really good. I would say Nottingham Forest deserve maybe draw, maybe win the game. But when that moment, the players know we cannot lose. The beginning of the season, you cannot live with that because it's 38 games. You cannot tell them, guys, if we lose today, the first game of the season, we are going to lose the Premier League. No. But when arrive in the last 6, 7, 8, 9, if we lose that game, if we draw that game, we don't win it. The ball you have to defend, the keeper has to save, the right moment the striker scored a goal. When you have that, the team prove it. They know we cannot lose.
Manchester City march on, and now it's down to Arsenal, because they simply have to win. Fulham 0, Manchester City 4.
I think the one game that we all thought would be the crux, and that was when Manchester City had to go to Tottenham. Of all things, Tottenham could possibly win the title for Arsenal, and their fans didn't know what to do. They want their team to win, but they don't want their team to win.
I know I am, I'm sure.
We have a key game in the race for the title because Spurs are taking on Manchester City.
Come on, City!
It's effectively the one that sets up the final day. City win, and they're in charge. They fail to win, Arsenal are in charge.
Yeah.
Manchester City have never won at this stadium.
I've been here 5 years. I played 4 times there. Never won it, never scored a goal, always lose.
City on the edge of glory. There is a lot on the line here.
was one of the toughest games I've played in my career. They needed to win also because they want to qualify for Champions League. It was like, wow, it's everything against us, you know, like everything against us, and we have to overcome this situation.
Romero in front of Haaland. Oh, Højbjerg uncertain. Foden denied by Vicario. Huge chance for Manchester City. This one remains all square for now.
Keep going, boys. No matter what. Keep going. We're gonna get this.
Come here, guys! Come here! Come here! Danny, is anyone in the toilet? Yeah.
No, this is my feeling. This is my feeling right now. I say, let's go, everyone. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. This guy, let's go. My words for the staff and every the players doesn't work if you don't believe it inside. If you don't believe we're going to do it. No, now is the moment you have to prove how incredible you are as a team. It doesn't matter the consequence, you win or don't win. You want to prove yourself. You cannot go home regretting how it was not me. We cannot go home. The rest, it doesn't matter. Let's go.
As we see the City boss there, that he trusts his players. He'll believe that they will come up with the solutions and find what's required.
Bernardo Silva can join. De Bruyne, Haaland walks it in! And City have their way! They reach out for it! Finally, the silence is cracked!
Kovacic. It's a dangerous ball. Ederson had to be so brave there. There's appeals from his teammates that he's been fouled by Romero. He doesn't shirk out from challenges, does he, Ederson? Extremely brave goalkeeper. Well, he has been a very dependable deputy when called upon this season, Stefan Ortega.
Rodri, and Rodri backwards to the halfway line to Akanji, and Akanji under pressure, and he's lost the ball.
Still here for Son, and Son can finish through.
Save of his Manchester City career.
What a stop that is. That's everything on the line there.
Oh, the Spurs save. Such a pivotal moment when he came to the title race.
I thought it was over. That's got to be up there with one of the greatest moments.
Stefan knew, I have to save that ball, otherwise Arsenal's going to win the Premier League. And he saved it. And the people say, Son missed. No, Son didn't miss. Stefan saved it.
I've always been fascinated by goalkeepers, specifically by their mental strength. You think about that moment and the anatomy of that moment, everything happened very slow. Maybe the league is over.
In every season, there is a defining moment for this Manchester City side. In a split second, titles can be won or lost. This team always gets those moments right.
Oh, it could be an own goal! Cleared off the line! Remarkable!
Had a look, had a hit! Oh! Captain fantastic!
De Bruyne, yes! Gundogan again!
Down goes Doku! Penalty Manchester City! This can decide the day right here, right now. Haaland puts Manchester City
One more. One more. Don't celebrate yet. Don't celebrate yet.
Oh, Stefano! Oh my God. Any chance for me?
You're right, you? Lovely day for golf. No excuses in this sport. Never wish an injury to someone, especially some of your mates. So, like, when I saw him after the game, I was like, oh, oof.
I know you're happy for everyone. Guys, congratulations.
When I saw him coming to me, I was just like, do whatever you want, you don't score. No, these are the situations I like the most.
Of all the players you want through at that point, it would be Son because he's such a brilliant finisher.
For me, what I try to do in 1v1s is just try to stay long as possible and don't move like a crazy guy. And if a striker just sees you and you just see the green shirt and the green shirt is not moving, I think this is probably for a striker horrible. You have to go in his head, and I think I did it.
What are you eating?
Chicken rice, simple.
Go on. Now, when you saw Son going through to him, tell me what was going through your mind?
The whole world stopped.
For 2 seconds, what went through your mind?
No, it stopped. Heart was like...
Josko, you. I thought it's over. You on the bench. Oh, what did you do?
Everyone is
Did you put your head down? Or?
I could not see it happen, you know.
Unbelievable, huh?
Crazy, huh?
Unbelievable.
Why is everyone surprised that I can save the ball?
No. 86 minutes. Son, I mean, come on. It was. But did they thank you?
Let's see tomorrow.
It was.
Let's see tomorrow, but probably.
Yeah.
There's a new watch coming, huh?
I hope so. I hope so. Tomorrow. I love this. Everybody leaves. Here's the one sitting there still shooting.
He loved that. We stay all day. All day. He loves too much. But I have to tell him, to give credit to the world, you have to win the Premier League, my friend.
Phil, in the game tomorrow, that same one. Same one in the game. Get us that league, huh?
Yeah.
Get us that league. Come on.
The Premier League title race is going down to the final day with the champions Manchester City 2 points ahead of Arsenal as they chase an unprecedented 4th title in a row.
Leaders Manchester City host West Ham, while second place Arsenal face Everton.
Guys, fill the seats. The boss has said they're all going to be full.
emotional without any words said. I mean, that's what makes him so great. The ability to read the room and read his players and read what they need for that moment. And that's, you know, the magic.
Big day. A win will do it. For me, I think there'll be some sense of like nervousness, but it's like excitement, you know, to get a chance to win a league title on your home ground.
One win away from the title, but in the back of their heads, this City team also know they could be one slip up from failure.
Come on, brothers. This is it. This is it. Come on, everyone. Come here, guys. Very close.
In the ball, guys, hot. We cannot play. Commit them, pass. Pass. Pass, 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 pass. That rhythm. You control the situation. Yeah? The biggest advice I'm going to give you this type of games. The thoughts control yourself or you control your thoughts. It's 195 minutes what you are here, and say we're going to do it. What happened in Brighton? We start to lose. What happened at Aston Villa? We have to lose. And here, thought. We're going to do it, we're going to do it. Put it will be difficult, yes. For sure, 100% will be. This is not the problem. It's here thoughts. We're going to do it together here, positive. Mindset, we're going to do it, It doesn't matter difficulty, we're going to do it. With the biggest mind, we're going to do it and play. We're going to run, we're going to play. They will not survive. They will not survive. When that is here, they will not survive, guys. It's here. You control, all of you control your thoughts. And your thoughts are smile and positive. And win the game, now win the game.
90 minutes from history.
They've got to make sure today they start this game really well.
Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden!
Manchester City inside 90 seconds.
Just the sort of start that they could only have dreamed of.
Magic day for a magic Manchester man.
Ball press with the corner. Kudos! Hang on! Hold the phone in the title race. We've just had a very big last few seconds.
It was enjoyable if we could go to the halftime with 2-0, but Kudus making an incredible goal.
Manchester City, who appeared to be floating their way towards the title, now suddenly have to roll up their sleeves again.
And I felt in the locker room, and I felt in the environment that they were scared.
What I said, guys, please. What I said before start, now is the moment you have to control your thoughts, guys. We are thinking what happened. Yeah, you have to play the game. You have to play the game to go to score the third. Right? Guys, they changed for 1-1-1. Yeah? Phil, You can go more in the position. When you are behind of them, you can attack that space. If he follow, you can go inside. It's 1 against 1. If he comes, is go there in that position and go there. Come here is Rodri. Go central defender, put outside, over Josko, attack inside in that position. Right? Yeah? In that position, we defend 4-5-1 the second half. You feel the pressure? You feel it? It's normal. But you have to play, guys. We have to play. If you do that position, that put outside, and after back will be easy. A lot of them, and you find the pockets in that positions with Kevin and Lenny, and after we can go. Right? Yes? Yeah.
So we're into the final 45 minutes of an epic 23-24 Premier League campaign. Arsenal lead for the first time. They are now doing their bit.
Walker, De Bruyne. Rodri! Rattle City to within reach!
That goal that gave us, you know, the calm to know that it was done after all the effort of all what we live in the season, you know, with good moments, with bad moments, you know, ups and downs. I saw the celebration was like, yeah, finally, you know, finally it's here.
When Rodri scored the third goal, and after I felt, okay, we are close to do something like anyone has done.
There is the sound, perhaps of Arsenal hearts breaking. The job is surely done now. As John Brooks blows the final whistle, and Manchester City are the Premier League champions again.
Arsenal come up agonisingly short.
Sometimes you just have to step back and go, this is something that no team has ever achieved in this country, and only one man's managed to do it and one club's managed to do it. He's redefined what success looks like.
There is a reason why it's never been done before. You know, this City team, they have set an awful lot of records, but I think 4 in a row is probably the one that will never be beaten.
To win 4 Premier Leagues in a row is astonishing. To deliver that consistency over 4 seasons in the most competitive league imaginable is an extraordinary achievement.
To do something, like I put it, I ordered to put it the sentence. There's no team have won 4 Premier Leagues consecutive in a row. Yet. Learn the lesson, Rodri.
Sorry for that, guy.
Rodri!
This is all historic achievements that will be very hard to emulate or beat. And the beauty of it is there's a lot more still to achieve. And this is what this group lives for. So I'm excited about the future as much as I'm excited about the past.